Hi, it's Gab, and I finally tracked down Dad.
Where did you find me?
Nova Scotia.
Oh, is that where I am?
I think that's where we are. Usually in Toronto.
See the sea behind us?
Yeah, see the sea. People have noticed that Dad wasn't in too many of the reviews.
They did?
That I did this summer. Yeah, you were missed, and that's because he was here. So I carried most of the weight in terms of doing the reviews this summer, and it was a mixed bag this summer. But you managed to see some movies while you were here.
Yes.
And we saw some together when you came back.
Yes,
to Toronto.
I mean, the movie we're reviewing in this part of Nova Scotia is not, I mean, the amount of movies available to see is not great, but what have I seen? I've seen here, I saw Inception.
No, you saw that with me.
I saw in Toronto. I've seen Salt. I've seen The Other Guys. I don't know, maybe some other things too. But not a lot.
And a couple with me.
And a couple with you in Toronto.
So, I mean, the summer season began with Iron Man 2, which we saw together.
Yes.
And it's pretty much over, with Piranha 3D or what have you.
Piranha 3, yes, I've missed that one.
Yeah, well,
gosh.
There might be some Piranha out
Yes.
there. So, I mean, this being Labor Day weekend, summer's over, summer season's over. Now, last summer, for our first summer recap, we did a somewhat formal countdown of our 3 best picks each and our 3 worst. And we had trouble this year coming up with something quite that definitive.
Also, it's sleepy. It's very hot here at the minute.
Well, yeah, our brains aren't quite
yeah.
functioning. But more than anything, the movies this summer
Bland.
we're a bit
Bland.
apathetic to most of
Bland.
them, really. It's not really a love-hate thing.
Bland.
And
B minus.
And you saw the B minus summer in general.
B minus summer, yeah.
But let's talk about a few specific movies.
Well, you mentioned Iron Man 2 to start out with.
Mm-hmm.
Quite enjoyed that film, but not as good as the first one.
No.
I mean, the Robert Downey shtick wears off a little bit, I think.
But then we got Mickey Rourke this time.
That's true, but the biggest problem with Iron Man 2 was that the plot was weak. I mean, it was just bad plot, bad script. And then they tried to carry it with Mickey Rourke and Robert Downey Jr. It was entertaining, I liked it, but not as much as the first one. Bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, the first of anything is usually always the best because it just takes care of that novelty factor. But it was not bad. And then, so what do we want to talk about? Stinkers or better ones first?
Well, let's talk about the better ones first. Positive note. I mean, there's no doubt. I know we agree on this that Inception is the highlight.
Yeah, I would definitely pick Inception as my. Oh, that's just a truck. Sorry.
Truck just went by. Big truck.
That would be my pick for the rest of the summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, if you said to me after that, what's the second best? I'd say, I don't know. Was there a second best?
Well, I did come up with a 3. I have seen more movies this summer than you. And so if I was counting down, we already blew number 1. But my third would have been The Kids Are All Right.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's with Julianne Moore, your favorite actress, and Annette Bening.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
I haven't seen it, but it looked interesting.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. And if you've seen my review, it was very gratifying to sort of have a smart dramedy about adults with some gratifying emotional beats in it, and certainly in the summer you don't expect something like that. So that was sort of.
How did it do at the box office?
I think it did well for that
well
size
enough.
movie.
Well enough.
Yeah,
well
like its per screen average was very high, and it might come up during awards season, possibly. Some very fine performances. My number 2 choice would have been Toy Story 3, which again you didn't see, but I took Max to see.
I didn't see any film with the word toy in the title. Like
Toy
Boy, I didn't see that.
Toy.
I didn't see it.
That's a different kind of film. I took Max and I a long time to see it, and I was getting a lot of flack from my YouTube buddies that I hadn't seen it yet because this is a very beloved film this summer by most people of all ages, and it really is. It has some very heartwarming messages. It has some great just storytelling, action and suspense, and camaraderie and great characters and just everything that you want. So just because it's about toys.
Did you see A Toy Too Far? Did you see that film?
The toy supremacy.
The toy supremacy.
No. So that would have been my number 2, and Inception would have been my number 1. Inception is the best package. It's got everything.
Yeah, no, it's head and shoulders above the rest of the ones I saw. So that's the best, and that's what I want to say. There was a lot of films, not a lot, a number of films that I saw that were sort of okay, mildly entertaining.
Just fall in the middle.
But nothing, no great shades. I would put Salt, I would put in that category.
Right.
I liked The Other Guys.
I did too.
That maybe was my number 2, perhaps, if I had to have number 2, because it was quirky, it was offbeat, there were bits in it that were really funny, it was sort of dumb, but dumb in kind of an endearing kind of a way, and some good direction, actually.
Yeah, no.
And some good action scenes.
Yeah.
Good car chases.
I mean, dumb would be MacGruber.
MacGruber!
But the other guy's was much better package.
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree with you. There was a lot of unexpected stuff in that, which I like.
Yeah.
But other than that,
But that won't stand the test of time, that film.
no.
Well, in terms of stinkers, again, most films I don't even care about enough to say, I hated that. Like to have
There's
any
nothing this
passionate.
season.
There's
nothing this season akin to
Transformers
Transformers 2, possibly the worst movie of all time. There's nothing like Transformers 2. In that way, this summer has been blessed. It has been blessed.
But then what do we talk about if we don't hate anything?
Well, we talk about Transformers 2 from last year.
And years from now, we will still talk about it. I would have to say the film that I disliked the most and was most put off and disappointed by would be The Last Airbender, because it was a piss poor film.
Really, language.
Can I say that?
I didn't bring you up to use words like that.
In what review I did, talked about blowing shit up. Oh yeah, The Expendables, and someone said, "Gab, I've never heard you swear."
Yes.
Well, this is year 2 of Gab and Dad, so you know.
Wait, think of what's going to happen next year.
It was just a poor film in like every way. Plus the disappointment factor being that Max is a big fan of the show, the TV show Last Airbender, and we were.
Was this a TV show?
It's an animated show, and so that element as well just was left such a bad taste in our mouths, and even Max sort of. I mean, Max gives
Shame on you, Hollywood.
I know, but Max gives everything 10 stars, and even that one he was like. So that what does that tell you?
Shame on you, Hollywood.
Basically, yeah. This summer was pretty much anticlimactic.
Weak.
Yeah, Inception, I think, was the big anticipatory one, and luckily it delivered. And other than that,
Now, as it happens, not that this is really very interesting, but as it happens,
that's never stopped me.
after I saw Inception, I watched on DVD Shutter Island,
Right.
also with Leonardo DiCaprio, and with some certain eerie plot similarities.
You're not the only one who has noticed.
I'm sure I'm not. I don't think you like Shutter Island, but I actually quite
didn't
like
mind it.
It was sort of predictable. The twist wasn't much of a twist because you figured it out.
It was very
10 minutes
atmospheric.
Yeah, but there was, but
Good art direction.
it was Scorsese too.
Yeah.
And from a book I think by Dennis Lehane.
I think so.
He was a great writer.
But there were some parallels, the sort of the wife relationship.
Well,
thing,
the what is real, the what is real,
well, sure.
the what is real, what is not real thing.
Yeah. So
Anyway, on the whole, this summer the weather's been great. It's been warm. It's been beautiful. Great weather. Great summer, except for movies.
Movies. So hopefully we're going to redeem this shortly with the Toronto Film Festival
We'll be there.
coming in September.
We'll be there representing your interests, viewers.
Trying to, and so hopefully we'll see some good movies that will reinvigorate our film passion and keep us going. We passed 1,000 subscribers this summer, which was a highlight, and thank you everyone. And we're just going to keep doing, whatever kind of movies come out, we're going to talk about.
We're going to be there.
Yeah, and we'll get Dad back in the seat. And
You bet. Hang on. Wait for it.
wait for it. Meanwhile, bye.